already here. Daniel Hadawi, the great captain of the Island Spirit up there at Ventura Sportfishing. It's been a while, man. I've been going like 100 miles an hour, and I've missed our chats. We're back on it again. Daniel, how the heck are you?
Doing great, Phil. How are you? It has been a while. Missed
I
all
know.
you guys.
It's been way too long, so we get to catch up on all the great stuff that's been going on. I've seen so many great posts you've been putting up with some fantastic fishing for bottom fish, and there's been some surface action at times. What's the general overall Channel Island pictures for the Island Spirit right now?
Yeah. We had it's been 2 weeks since we've done a show. The first week there, we had pretty much the most beautiful weather we've had all year. Able to make some longer runs out. We had some really heavy loads on the boat, so we opted to try to find some good bottom fishing. A lot of novice anglers, rent rods, stuff like that. So just day by day, we try to find the best game plan to, let's say, fit the crowd we have on the boat.
Yeah.
Try to figure out what we can do that can catch them the most fish and provide them with the best experience possible. So lately we've had a lot of novice anglers, a lot of rent rods. So we've done a lot of bottom fishing. Up until like 2 weeks ago, there hasn't really been much biting whitefish around. I don't think I mean, we had a couple good days on it, but it's been pretty hard to like anchor up and like pick it like limits of whitefish. Like we really haven't had that kind of fishing all year, but in the past couple of weeks, that stuff's really started to pop up in a few different areas. So it's really cool. We love doing that. Rock fishing's been as good as ever. Still lots of big reds. All that grouper's coming back. Plenty of grouper around. Chucklehead starries, all that good stuff. Yeah, when we've tried the surface stuff, when we have had people on the boat that can do it, and we go try it, it's been biting a little bit. Been picking up some bass, barracuda, stuff like that. So good fishing all around. Excited to keep it going here.
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, that sounds really, really good. And you add the whitefish to the scenario, and now
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gone home with some fine eating fish. And hey, I
Yeah.
mean, those little things, man, they pull hard, they're fun to catch, and they're great eating.
Yeah, they're awesome. They just bite fast. You put the anchor down on a spot of them and give them a few minutes to kind of sniff you out, and yeah, it's really fun fishing. You can throw them on the boat really quick, and people have a lot of fun catching them.
Hey, Sifa, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. It's always great seeing you here. What are the prospects for surface action? And tell us a little bit about conditions in terms of water temperature and what you might see that might lead to a better surface fishing bite.
Yeah, our conditions have been pretty good lately. The water temperature has soared in the last week or so. We got water anywhere from like 67 to like 71.5 degrees up at the islands now. So really nice, warm, clean water. Yeah, we're hoping to get some better bait. A lot of our bait has been like this tiny little like two eyes and a wiggle anchovy that's incredibly hard for people to fly line, and it's almost impossible to fly line it unless you use like a 12-pound test and like a size 6 hook. But um, guys that can throw an iron or plastic in the kelp, they're getting bites. They're able to chum a lot with that stuff and get the fish boiling up all around the boat. It's just pretty hard for a lot of less experienced fishermen to get bites with the bait we have. We can get some sardine back in our wells in the next few days here. Feel like we'd have a really, really good day at surface fishing.
Excellent. Fingers crossed on that one. Is it a good idea to bring some iron or some other type of lures along with you with that smaller bait?
100%. If you know how to throw an iron, you're gonna do pretty well. So irons, any kinds of like soft plastics, hookup bait, stuff like that. It's been a key to catching the surface fish with our bait being so tiny right now.
All right, Chris Long is joining us. Good morning, Chris. Great to see you here, my friend. Morning briefing coming up around 10:30 this morning, everybody. Stay tuned for that. You'll see more of Daniel on the morning briefing as you do every single day. How about our bass fishing, halibut, any of that stuff wandering around?
Yeah, tried fishing halibut in a different area on our last trip. We were able to only get one bite and lost it, but I have a feeling if we spend some time doing it, we'll do well. We've had really heavy loads lately, like 40 to 50 plus people, and on days like that, it's hard for me to go inside and drift halibut and stuff like that. It's more just trying to catch as much fish as possible in a short window of time. So I've been doing a lot of rock and white fishing with those groups lately.
Yeah, if I could just make a comment, the reason why
Mhm.
you have 40 and 50 people on the boat is because of the outstanding service you provide. And let me just make this point to
Thank you.
everybody who's listening right now. Paulina Varela is my co-host when I'm in Mexico. She's
Mhm.
really, really great, does a great job. And she's coming up here and I can go fishing anywhere I'd like, Daniel.
Mhm.
And we are going on the Island Spirit. That's the experience I want to provide her with. That's the experience I want to provide all our Freedman Adventures family members with. So if I can, I'll take my hat off. I know it's glaringly blinding with that bouncing on my head, but it's all due to your hard work. Great job on the boat.
I really appreciate that, Phil. We really, really, I know I speak for my whole crew. We love having you guys on the boat, and we're super excited for this coming Friday with you guys.
Yeah, me too. Travis Bright joins us and says good morning. He'll be there.
Morning, Travis.
He's another great Freedman Adventures family member. He says no pressure on Friday.
We'll have a good time. Not worried
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, that is for sure. Especially with guys like Travis on the boat and
Yeah.
you and the crew. Man, I can't wait for that to happen. Let's talk tackle for a moment.
Mhm.
What and your next open party trip? When
Yeah.
is that, and what kind of tackle should people be bringing on their trips?
Yeah. Our next open party trip is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I got about 20 people signed up so far, so we're a for sure go. Earlier in the week, it looked like the weather might not let us get off the dock, but I checked it again this morning. It looks like the forecast is letting up a bit, and we'll definitely be able to get the trip in. So Um, perhaps we won't be able to spend as much time like fishing rockfish in the deep water. It'll be more like trying to fish in the lee of the island. But like I said, there's been good whitefish around, so we should be able to catch some whitefish, maybe some more shallow water rock fishing, and then spending some time in the kelp trying to fish for, bass, halibut, barracuda, stuff like that. So as far as tackle goes, I'd still bring at least one 16-ounce sinker in case it's nice enough for us to fish in the deep water, but not maybe bring a 10 or a 12-ounce sinker, a couple of those, maybe a 4 or 6 ounce sinker to fish halibut in the super shallow water, and variety of sliders, anything from like a half ounce to a 2 ounce slider. And yeah, if you got a surface iron or hookup bait, stuff like that to fish the cuda and bass, it's been working as well.
Good stuff. Eddie Berrigan. We love Eddie and his
Oh,
daughter
yeah.
Stella. They're joining us. They'll be there on Friday. No pressure at all, man. It's gonna be so good.
Awesome.
Eddie, it's great to see you here, my friend. Really, really good. How's the weather looking for Friday? I looked at it maybe a day ago or so, and it looked like maybe breezy on the way in, but not bad. It looked good to me.
Yeah, I just looked at it right before we got on stream. It looks nice. Looks nicer than tomorrow's going to be, so I'm excited. It'll
All
be
right,
good.
good. The weekend. So Sundays, kids fish free with a paid
Mhm.
adult on board the Island Spirit. You'll also be out this weekend. I imagine people should probably call and make a reservation or go online right now before it's too late because you're carrying some sizable loads right now.
Absolutely, yeah. We filled up really quick on the weekends lately. Like last weekend, we had I think 42 and then 52 or something like that. But um, we only got about 15 people signed up for this Sunday. It's Kids Fish Free Sunday. We're obviously going to get off the dock, but yeah, Saturday we're chartered, so there's not an opportunity to come on our boat Saturday, but we're open party Sunday and all through next week.
Hey, and I'm going to be selfish here for a moment because we're sold out on our trip on Friday. But what would you tell people? What's the game plan for Friday? We're going to leave a little bit early on that trip. What's the game plan for that trip? What should people look forward to? So I don't have to call them all up and tell them exactly what's going on. I can just refer them to this interview.
Yeah, I haven't decided exactly what we're gonna do, but I think it depends a little bit on what I see when we're out tomorrow. But I'd like to, since we're leaving early, maybe make a little further run, either probably up the back of Santa Cruz, and probably spend a lot of time fishing in the kelp, like a lot of like slider and squid style fishing back there for sheephead, whitefish, possibly sea bass, stuff like that. Um, Maybe do some white fishing at some point. Look for some barracuda. Not 100% sure yet, but I'm kind of leaning in that direction right now. I just get excited when I have extra fishing time, when we get to leave a little bit early and I can fish a teeny bit further than just like Anacapa, you know?
You know what? That's what makes you so special, Daniel. Other guys would be going, "Oh my God, I got to leave early on this trip. It's going to be a long day." You're like stoked. You're like everybody who's going on the trip, stoked about
Yeah,
the extra fishing time.
yeah, 100%. If we're scheduled to leave on a trip at 8 and everybody's there at 7:30, we'll get off the dock right away. You know,
All right,
always
very good.
always down for extra fishing time.
Doug Tilk joins us, and Doug is the man who really is making this trip possible.
Yep.
Doug, we love you so much. Can't wait for the trip. It's going to be a good one, and it's all thanks to you, which I will make clear on the video that we're going to shoot on board the Island Spirit. I'm looking forward to another great video on this trip. This guy Uday says he likes our Vietnamese accents. Never been told that before, and he broke his leg yesterday playing chess. Be
Rough
careful,
one.
dangerous sport. Yes, be careful with those chests. Hey, if people want to book on board the Island Spirit as we're moving up on the morning briefing almost here, you're a great lead-in, man, bringing all these people here. What's a great way to get in touch with you guys at Ventura Sportfishing?
You guys can call the landing at 805-676-3474 and talk to Sal. I see Sal in the comment section watching right now. But he's our office manager, and he's usually in the office during the day there, and be happy to get you guys squared away with reservations. He can answer any questions you guys have about tackle as well. Me and Sal talk a lot. He always knows what's going on and what we're going to be using on the boat, so he's able to answer any questions you guys have, help you make reservations, get you set up with that promo for Kids Fish Free Sunday, all that good stuff. You guys can also book online at venturasportfishing.com. Just click book online, select the Island Spirit, and then you can scroll through and look at all of our open party trips.
Saul Mendoza is one of the nicest, hardest working guys I've ever met. Saul, it's so good to see you here this morning, my friend. I can't wait to see you on Friday. I deeply appreciate not only all you do for us, but your friendship. It means a lot to me. And those are the kind of people at Ventura Sport Fishing. Let's see, there's a guy here. Do you know this guy? This is Mike. Oh my God, that's a heck of a last name.
Mike
Uh,
Berman Trout. That's he's a character on a show, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Kind of looks like you.
I know. I get that all the time. Believe me, when I was living in China, I had people coming up to me and pulling that all the time. Steve Bermudez, yes, whitefish, the champion of ceviche, Pez
Hmm.
Blanca, no question about it. Tuna Kid, good morning, Captain Daniel and Phil. How's the bait situation up there? Any squid? Maybe you could talk about that again a little bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit of live squid around. We do have some bagged up. We bagged up some live squid for super good fresh dead, like good enough to catch a sea bass on. We'll have some of that. We obviously still got our blocks of frozen squid for bottom fishing, and we got live anchovy right now. Hoping to get some live sardine back in our well soon, though. Or bigger anchovy would work just fine.
All right. Hey, I don't know what to say other than it's great to see you. Great to see Saul on here. And I literally can't wait until Friday. It's going to be a very special day. We want to show Paulina and her mom some USA hospitality as they cross the border and come up here to Estados Unidos. And it's going to be a very special trip. And as I told you, Daniel, we could pick any number of boats, and we picked the Island Spirit for a reason because the boat is so great. But the crew and Saul and everybody that makes Ventura sport fishing so special. That's why we're doing it. And I'm really looking forward to a great Friday.
Yeah, me too. Really appreciate you guys coming out. Can't wait for it, and we're gonna have a blast.
One more time again, how do people get in touch and book with you on the Island Spirit?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can call the landing at 805-676-3474, or you can book online at venturasportfishing.com, whatever you guys prefer. But if you call the landing, the office staff is super helpful, and they're going to be more than happy to get you a reservation real quick.
All right, Saul, I'll see you on Friday. Daniel, I'll see you and your great crew on Friday also, my friend.
Absolutely. Take care, Phil. We'll see you real soon.
All right, take care. Morning briefing is next. Everybody stay tuned for that. Daniel, thanks again, my friend.
Thank you, Phil. Have a good day, guys.